insane. Flat out on top. A few jumps. Big jump.
Hey, we're Jack and Madison, and in June 2022, we left our jobs to travel full-time. Our first stop is Canada, so come with us as we hike, bike and run around beautiful British Columbia for the next 6 months.
Hello. We feel like we have been a little bit quiet for the last couple of weeks, other than our Telegraph Cove vlog, which you probably would have seen last week. We feel like we haven't really shared that much of sort of being in the Comox Valley, which is where we've been for the past 3 and a bit weeks. We have 1 more week left before Jack's parents fly out for a holiday, and then we're going up to Campbell River with them for just over a week before we end up in Victoria, which is kind of where we're staying until December. But we thought we would come and show you a few things in the Comox Valley, one of them being Cumberland, which is like a 7-minute drive away from where we're staying in Royston. Royston doesn't really have anything going on, so Cumberland is kind of where we come and hang out. And it's where Jack spends most of his time because the mountain biking is insane here. And I've been running with the Comox Valley Roadrunners, and although it's Roadrunners in the name, that actually I've been joining the trail runners. So I've been going out Saturday and Sundays we run, don't tell Jack, the mountain bike tracks. Still here to tell the tale, I haven't been flattened by a mountain biker yet. So we've come into Cumberland quite a lot. We are a big fan of the Cumberland Bakery. They do great donuts and great almond croissants. But tonight we've come in to go to, is it Cumberland Brewing Company?
I can see it, looks like it.
I think that's what it's called. And to Biblio Taco, which we've heard so much about. So we've actually got actual clothes on,
Dressed up, yeah.
Rather than wearing like lycra and running and mountain bike stuff. I've put makeup on for the first time in about 2 months, so we feel like we're having a proper night out.
Yeah.
Although we have to, one of us has to drive, so can't be that wild. So we're gonna give you a little bit of a tour of Cumberland and show you this really cool town, which was it a we think it was a mining town,
possibly coal mining. It looks like maybe coal mining, I'm not sure.
And it's kind of from what we've heard, it kind of didn't used to have much going for it. It was a bit like run down, and then they've kind of reinvented themselves, yeah, with the mountain bike trails. There's a lake. We've been spending quite a lot of the time at the lake, so yeah, it's a really cool place, and I feel like we got really lucky that we were able to stay like literally, you know, under 10 minutes away. So yeah, let's show you around.
Let's go get some tacos.
What have you got there?
Aperol spritz.
The first Aperol spritz in Canada. Guess who's the designated driver? That would be me. A few nights ago we showed you around Cumberland, like the kind of town of Cumberland. But today we thought we would show you kind of the real reason why a lot of people come to Cumberland, and that is for the trail network. Mainly mountain bike trails, but they are multi-use, so you can run and hike them, something that you can't do in the UK. So I am really liking kind of learning how to technically come down some pretty loose rock. But yeah, Jack and I haven't done this type of sort of day before, so he is over there on his bike, and I am running / walking the steep hills. But we've just come up the climbing track, which wasn't too bad, about 2.5 miles in, but it is hot and sweaty. So Jack's going to ride down some of the tracks, and then I'm going to run, and we're going to show you kind of, yeah, the Cumberland trails.
So this track is called New Vanilla. I think it's a few months old. It is insane. Flat out on top. A few jumps. Big jump. In some very blown out corners. So this track is Lower Thirsty Beaver. Names here are absolutely brilliant, but Fort Wood. Hate this wood and stuff. A bit better than the other day though, because the other day it was soaking wet. It's a cool little log which has been hollowed out. How good is this? Right, off Broadway. Whoa, so dusty. Whoa, so rough.
Always a reassuring sign for this trail and the one behind him, which you would have just seen some clips of. Me trying to run down it genuinely feels like there would be a bucket of blood. Yeah, this stuff is so loose. It really does not even look like it, but it's I've got trail trainers on as well, and it generally just feels like rolling.
It isn't loamy, is it?
No, you need these. But got that compared to that. .10k later, and we are heading back home. Hopefully we were able to kind of show you some of the trails of Cumberland. It was a little trickier than we thought it would be, because when you're trying to run down are they Black Diamonds or?
Yeah, that was black. Yeah, Black Diamond.
So Black Diamond. I think you have Black Diamond, and then is it a double Black Diamond? They're like.
I think it goes, yeah, so double black. Well, I think the diamonds indicate it's like a harder black run, and then I think it goes black, and then blue. Here, I think it goes blue. At home, it goes red, blue. But here, I think it goes. Basically, it goes blue. Blue's the easiest. Red, then black, then Black Diamond, then double Black Diamond.
I'll see if I can find some sort of like graphic to slot in to make that a little bit more cohesive. But anyway, they're really tricky to run down, and there's this like kind of gravelly, clayey sort of consistency, and when it's wet it's very grippy, but when it's dry, and oh my goodness, it is so dry because there's just not been any rain for like months here. It is so slippery. Jack struggles to like get traction on his like bike, and we saw two people literally crash, like, and so I just wanted to kind of finish today with my sort of body still intact. And so did Jack. So yeah, we got a little bit of filming, but not maybe as much as we wanted to. But Jack's clips, which you would have seen in like the montage that you probably just watched, he kind of did a better job of showing you trails from his perspective of a mountain biker, which is mainly what the trails are used for. You'd kind of get the odd runner, and like the running groups do use them, but they are mountain bike tracks. So yeah, but I think Cumberland gets a double thumbs up from us.
Good donuts as well.
Yeah, and I think it's somewhere that we'll definitely come back to in the future. But yeah, for like a runner's point of view, it's just really fun. It's a little bit scary to just kind of experience a little bit more of like the technical stuff, and I quite like the sort of more bermy trails because you can kind of like run up them and like get some good speed coming down, but usually that's at like the bottom of the tracks, and at the top of the tracks it's really steep. You're kind of clinging onto trees and hoping for the best, and I'm definitely new to this kind of technical stuff, as you probably saw in my Mount Washington vlog. I'll pop a little thingy-mabob here so you can go and watch that. But that was a real sort of jumping in at the deep end on sort of the alpine like rock. I don't know, I'm probably not using all of the technical language for this, but it's a learning experience, put it that way.